I've carried a ton of Swiss Army knives and Victorinox knives throughout the years, but I've found that these three will essentially basically do everything I need in the different situations I'm in most of the time. What's happening? I'm Bernardo with Fat Bear EDC, and these are my top three picks of Swiss Army knives for EDC purposes in the medium 91 millimeter category. With further ado, let's start with the one I carry the most, and that is this one here. This is a Victorinox Climber. Let's just go through the tool set really quick, and I'll discuss why I carry it and why I think it's super fair. So it comes with two blades, big and small blade here. It's also got a can opener that's a multi-tool. This is a little flathead, it's a can opener, and it's also a Phillips drive. It's also got a bottle opener and flathead, holds at 90 and 180. You also have the world-renowned scissors, which is one of the big reasons why I carry this and all these other knives. This also comes with some back tools, so you have a corkscrew. Still use that one, even though people do find it kind of irrelevant. I do find myself using it in the office. You have a parcel hook and your awl, so and then you also have your micro tools. So if you haven't noticed, these are custom scales. Come with your toothpick. I've had a plus scale, so the plus scale adds a pen, which I think is super ideal and a great add to any Victorinox knife. And then also the tweezers here as well. And I also have a pin needle in here, right here as well, if you notice. So yeah, so this one I have because it essentially can do everything I need it to do for a daily purpose. It essentially falls in my pocket and it disappears. I don't feel the weight of it. I don't feel the bulk of it or anything like that. It's got all the cutting implements that I would want, so I can slice, I can cut little threads with the scissors, I can open various things. I use the can opener quite frequently for Phillips and other little prying implements and things like that. You can pry with this tool with the bottle opener. I still find myself popping bottles. So this is essentially when I don't need to think about anything, I don't have a whole lot to do that day, or is it just a normal EDC day, no big projects, I usually carry the Climber. So that's my number one pick. The next one would be the Deluxe Tinker. So this is my second pick. It has similar capabilities. They all essentially have kind of those basic or standard can opener, bottle opener, double blade, scissors, and things like that. Where this one kind of differentiates itself is that instead of a bottle opener, it has a proprietary number 2 there. And then it also has this little trick up its sleeve, these handy dandy pliers. Now, these pliers are very capable. So for having an EDC purpose, having just a little plier like this in your pocket, they're great to have. They're great to grab little things, great to grab anything that might be hot or cold. If I need some extra capabilities that day or need something to bend, maybe I'm doing a head unit in a car or something like that. If I need it to bend anything precise, it's excellent for that. It also has a cutter here. So if you're doing any wire work or things of that nature, you can use it to snip all sorts of little pieces of metal, wire like that. So it's my more capable Swiss Army knife for in the shop, projects, and things like that. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys dig EDC or you guys are liking the video so far, I do videos like this once a week. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, I'd love to have you. So hit the subscribe. And then moving on to my last pick, my number one pick, and probably one of Victorinox's tried and true, most beloved ones. That is the Huntsman. So this is a stock Huntsman. It just has a custom scale that I've put on here. It's a plus scale. I'm missing the pen on the back. But just like the Climber, essentially has all the same tools that the Climber does. But it has the world-renowned saw. Now, if you haven't used one of these Victorinox saws, they are truly one of the best little saws that you can get essentially, and that any manufacturer makes. So this one can do all your woodwork stuff. So if you need to, cut a small branch, make some kindling, if you need to do any kind of even precise work, if you're kind of a bushcrafter and you need to put some notches on a branch for building something or anything like that, this saw is excellent. It lasts a long time. As you can see, this one on mine is rather beat up. I've had this Huntsman for a few years, never done anything to the saw, and the saw still saws great. Great in the woods, so great survival knife as well. Obviously, I'd like to have a fixed blade and several other things on a survival kind of experience. However, as a backup, or if I did get stuck with just this, I'd be at least happy to have a tool like this. So let's discuss a little bit about how they carry as well. So I just wanted to kind of call out. So the Climber is a three line tool. So it's got three different tools there. And these two are both four. These really do just kind of melt in my pocket. So that's typically why I end up using the Climber as my EDC, and it's like kind of my preferred for the most part. I usually put it in my pocket. It completely disappears. And it can do 90% of the stuff that I'm doing on a day-to-day task. The Huntsman, again, is the one that I take out into the woods. I have actually a few other ones that I keep in the survival kits. Usually it's either in my pocket for light heights and going in the little trips in the woods. And then if I'm doing any kind of camping or excursion type trips, or I'm in there a lot longer, it'll just be part of the kit that I'm taking into the woods with me. And then the Deluxe, kind of my second choice or my second most used one, is the blade that I use when I need a set of pliers. I'm in the shop, I'm doing some things that might need a set of pliers. I'll also even bring it on camping trips at times as well if I need something to grab something hot, like little pans, or I say it's little pots or whatever with little handles on them and such. This comes extremely helpful. But I want to know, what do you guys think? Would you guys carry any of these? Which ones are your top three? How did I do? Do you think I hit the mark? I'd love to know what you guys think. Again, I'm Bernardo with Fatberry EDC. If you guys like my video, please hit me up with a like. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.